have it. The question now is that vote employment stand passed.
Mr Chairman.
David Bennett.
Thank you, Mr Chairman, and it's a great pleasure to talk about vote employment, and I just want to recognise the very fine minister we've got in the chair, who's done an excellent job in this area, and I think has had a really impressive approach to the way that Minister Bennett has taken on the portfolio of trying to get people into work in very difficult times. And I think that I know on the streets of Hamilton we get people come up and often say that they're very impressed with that minister's approach and the work that she's doing. And then there's Sue Moroney on the other side, who we get the opposite comments from people on the street who are not impressed with her approach to this issue at all. And that's true, But this recession that the world has seen has been acknowledged as one where there has been serious employment issues around the world, and we all hear the horror stories of Spain and places like that where Greece, yes, another one, where you hear stories like 60% or 40% of people under 25 are unemployed, huge numbers, and whole swaths of their country actually unemployed, and you actually see there's actually a movement of they're losing a generation of young people out of Europe that are moving because they see that there's no future there because there's no employment, and that's a terrible situation for any country and any individual to be in, because being in employment is so important for a person's ability of self-worth, their understanding of their future commitments, their ability to support a family and to do all the things that are so important, and to buy a house in Auckland even. And so employment is a huge dynamic in our individual communities and in our individual lives. And so, with a country like New Zealand that has got through the recession and remarkably well, and done it in a way which we've managed to carry through as many employment opportunities as we can for our young people and all our citizens, is something very special, and something which I think this government is very proud of, and should be, because it is an important part of our economic as well as community focus. And there will be, our opposition will make noise about the employment issue as always, and they will bring out these statistics and say, well, hey, look at these statistics, are so bad, well, why aren't you doing something about it? Well, it's a long-term game. A lot of those statistics and a lot of the issues revolve around bigger issues such as education, training, and those kind of opportunities, and they don't change in 1 or 2 years. They take many years to get people into the right education formats, to understand that their future employment opportunities are linked with their education and the results they get at that level of their progress through the education system. So the government has been very careful to look at all those issues and not just look at it from one perspective, but we're looking at it from an education perspective, we're looking at it from an employment perspective, we're looking at it from a benefit perspective as well, to encourage people into work, and that's a crucial part of that process. We've also looked at it from an economic perspective and providing those infrastructure opportunities so that jobs were there in the most difficult of times when the private sector wasn't building and wasn't investing in the infrastructure of New Zealand. The government did, and through its major projects provided a lot of employment. We've taken a very strong approach to employment through our future vision of New Zealand looking forward. We want to have a strong, stable economy that looks forward to the education and economic opportunities that the world will present in the next generation or so in this region. And so that's important for our young people to feel that they have got opportunities for employment, and is something that we've been very much aware of. So I think in total we've taken a very balanced approach to employment. It has been difficult, and I don't think anybody would dispute that in these international times when there has been a lot of tension in the world employment market. But New Zealand has been remarkably resilient through that process.
Mr. Speaker.
Chris Ockenbold.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And it's a pleasure